Hey, Congressman, you could have gotten that from 21 to 25 when Democrats controlled the DOJ. Why? It was a crisis then. It's a crisis now. Why didn't Democrats call for it from 21 to 25?
So, I mean, you'd have to go back and look specifically at particular prosecutorial decisions and what was taking place in terms of the other cases. So I don't know. We could try to reconstruct that record. But the point is that Donald Trump is the one who has led the crusade to say that that Epstein, who was his very close friend, and there's all kinds of pictures of them.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think this one surprised me a bit because of all these complaints online going after Trump and the Epstein files. You might think his approval ratings were going down, Republicans. If anything, they're going up. Republicans who approve of Trump, look at our CNN poll. The prior one, 86%. The one out this week, 88% were Republicans. How about Quinnipiac? The prior poll, 87% approve of Republicans. This week out, 90% were Republicans. If anything, Donald Trump's approval rating has gone up since this whole Epstein saga started. He is at the apex or close there too in terms of his popularity with Republican voters, Epstein files, complaints or not.
With every advantage, everything in Democrats' favor, they still said they still find a way to fold and lose. This is all for the intro. That was James Raskin stuttering up a storm. You wonder why Democrats are so unpopular. And Donald Trump's approval rating is damn near higher, if not the same, since the Epstein stuff. Because end of the day, Democrats have a projection problem. I call this the liberal projection fallacy, right? They are the ones that quickly turn on their politicians if the politicians do one thing that the supposed progressive base don't agree with. But on the conservative side, the criticisms that we're giving Trump, and I said it on my last video that I make about the Epstein stuff, is that regardless of what's going on, Trump is still the better choice. Republicans are still the better choice compared to the Democrats. And it's proven to be so. Breaking, Democrats' parties plummet to a whopping 19% approval rating per the Quinnipiac poll. Holy smokes. More Americans still lean towards the Republican Party in the midterms than Democrats. Only 28% of Americans have a favorable view of the Democratic Party. And this is why I knew this Epstein stuff wouldn't make a dent in Donald Trump. It wouldn't hurt Donald Trump that much. It's just, the base is going to apply pressure on him. I could criticize Donald Trump and still support him. That's how most Trump supporters are taking the Epstein thing. But liberals, as they usually do, love to project a negative narrative. Remember, they try to control consensus, right? They try to put up this framing that, oh my God, the Trump's base is going to turn on him. And I want to do a fuller video on this, but there's a lot of reasons why the Trump base will never turn on Donald Trump, regardless of how we feel about him. We're seeing this as a way to hold him accountable. And I think one of the things that separate Trump from the Democrats is Trump was recently diagnosed with, I'm going to say this wrong, a banal medical condition known as chronic venous inefficiency, common in those over 70. Thankfully, no heart-related issues. He's transparent with his health, unlike a certain president we all know. But I want to play this clip in full without my commentary, and then we'll follow up for this is one of the reasons why we trust Trump more than we'll ever trust a 19% approval rating party called the Democratic Party.
On another note, I know that many in the media have been speculating about bruising on the president's hand and also swelling in the president's legs. So in the effort of transparency, the president wanted me to share a note from his physician with all of you today. In recent weeks, President Trump noted mild swelling in his lower legs. In keeping with routine medical care and out of an abundance of caution, this concern was thoroughly evaluated by the White House medical unit. The president underwent a comprehensive examination, including diagnostic vascular studies. Bilateral lower extremity venous Doppler ultrasounds were performed and revealed chronic venous insufficiency, a benign and common condition, particularly in individuals over the age of 70. Importantly, there was no evidence of deep vein thrombosis or arterial disease. Laboratory testing included a complete blood count, comprehensive metabolic panel, coagulation profile, D-dimer, B-type natriuretic peptide, and cardiac biomarkers. All results were within normal limits. An echocardiogram was also performed and confirmed normal cardiac structure and function, no signs of heart failure, renal impairment, or systemic illness were identified. Additionally, recent photos of the president have shown minor bruising on the back of his hand. This is consistent with minor soft tissue irritation from frequent handshaking and the use of aspirin, which is taken as part of a standard cardiovascular prevention regimen. This is a well-known and benign side effect of aspirin therapy. And the president remains in excellent health, which I think all of you witness on a daily basis here. So the president wanted me to share that note with all of you. I'm happy to take further questions on it. We will provide the memorandum from the president's position to all of you, as we always do.
Vinicius, hey, look. Medical jargon. Look, guys, if I don't read these words commonly, it's hard for me to wrap my head around it. This is why when you don't get taught phonics at a young age. Sorry, guys, because I read by memory pretty much. But it just shows the contrast, right? When people had speculation about Donald Trump's health, he got ahead of it and said, here, look, this is what I'm dealing with, guys. When Democrats deal with health, they try to hide it. They try to pretend that they're perfect. Nothing's wrong with them. Sharp as a tack. And you wonder why their ratings, the approval rating of the Democratic Party is at a low. Democrats aren't transparent. Democrats are liars. They want to jump on the bandwagon and create all this political theater over the Epstein case when they had 4 years in power. It's the same issue that happened with the border. If you're like Kamala Harris, we will be able to secure the border. Well, Kamala Harris is the border czar, and the Democrats are in power now. Why are they not securing the border right now? Why you have to wait until you win an election to do what you can do right now? That was questions people were having. If the cost of living is high, you say you can reduce inflation. Why you're not reducing costs right now? If corporations are price gouging us, why are you not trying to do something about it right now, Kamala Harris? You have power. You have influence. Why aren't the Democratic Party rallying and doing something right now for the American people? Why wait until after the election? It's the same game. And then they asked the Epstein, Donald Trump, his good friend Epstein. If there was evidence of Trump being involved with Epstein, that's why I didn't believe the case that Trump's is on the files, actually. I just think it might be something unrelated that I can't comprehend right now. But it's like they act like the media is not supposed to ask them the question like, if you were so concerned about Epstein, why, when you guys have power between the year 2021 and 2025, why you guys didn't push for it? James Raskins. Typical. And they wonder why their approval rating still has not passed. Here's another thing. Remember, I talked about the Doge cuts that Trump is going to, hey, he need his big, beautiful bill, and then he's going to try to cut down and be more efficient with the cuts. They just passed the Doge cut. I encouraged POTUS in January to send us the Doge cuts to vote on. He did, and we did. Congratulations on President Trump on getting the first recession package passed in more than 30 years. Let's do it again. Trump is keeping his promises, man. Deals are being made. Trump is being transparent. I told you, in my estimation, let me know in the comment section you agree with this. Trump is one of the most transparent presidents in recent memory. The guy's like an open book. And given this whole post-Epstein hysteria that we just went through, and the fact that Trump's approval ratings are still higher than the Democrats, you look at their midterm chances, still low. This is some craziness.
But also that just 28% of Americans view the Democratic Party favorably. And the context of that is the lowest mark for Democrats in the history of CNN's polling going back to 1992. And for Democrats, they have a lot more work to do to win back favorability within their ranks, within the party, than Republicans do. Why do you think this problem persists? What do you ascribe to being the issue?
Well, you're absolutely right. We have our work cut out for us. I think it's a combination of a number of things. In the last election, we lost, and we lost because we didn't come across as the party of change. We came across as a party that was tied to the past, and that was a serious mistake.
The reason why Democrats are not seen as the party of change is that every opportunity that the Democrats have to change something about their messaging, their approach, right, their policies, quite frankly, they never do it. All they do is double, quadruple down, right? Scream and think, we just got to change the packaging and it will work eventually. Like these people, it's so baffling why. Like it amuses me how these people can still sit here and rationalize and justify failure. And this is what the Democratic Party has become. Like I told you on this channel, if you're new to this channel, the Democrats, the D for Democrats stands for deceitful, deceptive, deception, dismissive. You have concerns about their party, oh, they dismiss you. Oh, you're a racist. Oh, you're a sexist. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're insecure. No, we don't want this. We don't like your messaging. We don't like this. Oh, no, 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 no. We need to educate people. Condescending liberal, condescending Democrat. That's why my liberal fatigue is through the roof right now, as you guys been noticing in recent videos. All this reaction, all this criticism Trump is facing is not detrimental to him because his voters, his supporters like me, we understand that he's not a perfect guy. He's not going to give us all we want, but he offers the better trade-off compared to you, Democrat. Should we go to the numbers again? Democrats watching this, should we go through the numbers again? Breaking, Democratic Party's approval ratings plummets to a whopping 19% per the Quinnipiac poll. But Trump and Epstein. Trump regret. Bunch of narratives that you tell yourself, lies that Democrats tell themselves to feel better about their midterm chances. As you saw from the clip I just showed you before I go into the video, 28% of Americans see Democrat in a favorable light. Had every advantage. Had criticism going against Trump, but you did nothing with it. Oh, we believe Trump should release the Epstein files. You had the White House for 4 years from 2021 to 2025. Why didn't you do it? Excuses. Deceitful Democrats, opportunistic Democrats. We all know they're doing it for political reasons, but I mean, goddamn, you wasn't expecting a question like that? Make it make sense, guys. But I digress. Let's get into the poll.
I mean, look, I think this one surprised me a bit because of all these complaints online going after Trump and the Epstein files. You might think his approval ratings were going down, Republicans. If anything, they're going up. Republicans who approve
think about it. Think about it this way. Trump didn't run on it. It was like one of those one-off promises. The main thing, this doesn't affect people's day-to-day life. We're just really curious, like, hey, like what the F was going on? It has the mainstream curiosity, but this is not something that will tank Donald Trump's support. Because at the end of the day, he gave us what we want. He gave us the big, beautiful bill, right? With all the promises he would want, people had concerns about the big, beautiful bill, like Elon Musk about the price increases. Rand Paul said the same thing. And then months later, the House just passed another bill with a tie-breaking vote by J.D. Vance to cut $500 million away from left-wing propaganda news outlets like PBS and NPR. Doge cuts. So people who were concerned about the deficit and all that, you got your cuts. Trump's making his economic bet that, hey, he can grow the economy so that way he can generate tax revenues based on the economy and also based on tariffs with a $297 billion surplus. And liberals, think about the logic. Liberals think Trump supporters will tank his support based on the fact that he don't want to declassify or uncover the Epstein case. Ain't going to be first case, ain't going to be the last case. But let's continue.
The prior one, 86%. The one out this week, 88% were Republicans. How about Quinnipiac? The prior poll, 87% approved Republicans. This week out, 90% were Republicans. If anything, Donald Trump's approval rating has gone up since this whole Epstein saga started. He is at the apex or close there too in terms of his popularity with Republican voters, Epstein files, complaints or not.
You just proved that not everything online is real.
Yes,
in real life.
Who knew?
Amazing.
Twitter and X are not.
Is there any reason that you can find that this hasn't taken hold and hurt him?
Yeah. I mean, on X, all you hear about is the Epstein files. But how about out in the real public? Republicans who said the top issue was Epstein case. The answer is one, and not 1%. One respondent. This is a great little finding that Ariel Edwards-Levy, who of course is part of our polling unit, found. Just one single Republican said that the nation's top problem is in fact the Epstein case. Not much of a surprise that therefore Donald Trump's approval rating has not suffered with Republicans because of the Epstein case. Because the bottom line is most Americans say it's not high up on their priority list.
And the fact that Democrats were running on this and trying to message on this, and then When they get called out, hey, you had 4 years of power. You could have released it yourselves. Why now all of a sudden you're interested in this? Politically convenient. This is why you guys' approval ratings are still in the tubs. And I bet this is making Democrats mad right now. They're like, how come this is not a big issue? It's a big issue to you because you just want to smear and attack Trump. And you're using this as a pretext to do that. But for a supporter who actually support Trump, the economy is more important, cutting the race is more important, facilitating a stronger economy so that way everyone can have an opportunity to fend for themselves and essentially provide for themselves and their family. That's what Americans are putting at top of mind. This is why Donald Trump won. The border and the economy. Epstein don't fit in none of those cases. Epstein is a nice to have. And Democrats, their lack of understanding the political landscape, in my opinion, is the true reason why they are out of touch.
Still, congressional Democrats have been trying to seize on this. You hear them also parroting what you're hearing online, saying, release the files, this is terrible, blah, blah, blah. I mean, is that working for them?
No, I mean, look, here's what's so important. You know, we talk about the potential of Republicans leaving Donald Trump. They're not leaving him. But what about congressional Democrats and problems with their own base? Democrats' net approval of congressional Democrats, according to Quinnipiac University, in June of 2025, it was their second worst ever at minus 12 points. It's not low enough for you? How about we go even lower in July of 2025?
How low can the Democrats go? How low can the Democrats go? The Democrats, Republicans, I mean, they're doing it. They got the Doge cut. Trump got his big, beautiful bill. Now they're starting to cut things down with the recession package, right? We cut out NPR out of their publicly funded money to brainwash Americans to the left-wing ideology. A lot of wings going on, and I'm just saying, Republicans, just execute. Republicans, just deliver, because that's what Americans want. Americans want people who can execute. Americans don't want people who run on problems. We want people who run on solutions. Let me know in the comment section if you agree with that sentiment.
Minus 13 points, their worst net approval rating for congressional Democrats among Democrats ever. Donald Trump is not the one who has problems with his political base. It is congressional Democrats are the ones who have problems with their own political base.
All right, Harry Enton giving us all the numbers. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay.
Democrats have all kinds of problems. All kinds of problems. Popularity ain't one of them. Oh my God. Yo. Oh my God. Yo, this is comedy, guys. Like, though Donald Trump said, hey, Donald Trump got one promise that I think he's keeping, and I'll end it off with this. Donald Trump said we're gonna get tired of winning. And bro, I was like, nah, I ain't gonna get tired of winning, but I'm getting, just a little bit. Like it's making my job too easy out here, bro. Like people already think I'm biased. Oh, Kenny, you never criticize Trump for nothing. Like that's the comments I get. But it's hard. Like, yo, this man is doing everything he's saying he wants. It's Trump's world. We all just live in it from a political sense. This is craziness. From surviving the assassination attempts to assassination attempts, winning the presidency. I remember when Donald Trump in the election, he said that he was going to win all 7 swing states. And we thought this man was crazy. I thought it was crazy. I thought Trump's going to win like 5 at most, maybe at least 4. That's what this was practical me was thinking when I was making my election predictions. Man won all 7. Oh, when Trump said, oh, I'm going to win the popular vote, I was like, I don't think Trump's going to win the popular vote. 2024 happened, he won the popular vote. Like, yo, at this point, you bet against Trump, hey, you might lose. I'm at that point right now. But let me know your thoughts and perspective in the comment section below. I'd like to hear your thoughts and your opinions on this topic. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Please share this video if you feel so inclined. It really does help me out in the algorithm. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.